Monty's business model is to issue convertible debentures that are convertible upon a contingent event, a convertible debenture, convertible warrant that converts upon a contingent event, an IPO, exit of some sort. If we use VACO, your company, your consulting, your senior management company, if we use them as an organizing entity to drag in these CEOs, we formed a private for-profit company whose compensation was based upon the success of the innovation of the company. Would that be something that your company, VACO, would be interested in?
We take a look at it.
Is that anything that you guys have ever thought about, which is organizing a team, a cadre of retired senior executives? Is that?
No.
Why would they have to be retired? I mean, if they're doing, they're running several different companies, you know, if they're good, they could do a couple hours a year in place and a couple hours a year in place.
And Lynn Hayden does. I mean, the place that I just came from in Winston-Salem is another company that he's CEO of. And I had to be there because he's putting together a monster deal that could double our revenue.
We do this quite often in the world of CPAs. You know, a lot of times the companies need a officer, a treasurer, or a CFO. And so there's companies out there that look like CFO in a box, where they just go and do CFO work every week. What he's suggesting is that one of the deficiencies that we have in the RTP economy is management talent to run companies. Now, there's two parts to what he's saying. One part is we've got Holly Borrowing who doesn't need what we're talking about, and we need to be sensitive that what we're talking about now doesn't solve the existing manufacturing problem. What he's talking about, though, perhaps does fit with something that Monty said, which is a product design competition where we need innovation ideas at the top of the idea funnel to provide to people like Holly. We also need management talent to help a guy like him. This guy's got 18 patents. He's not done. He's not done by any stretch of the imagination. But what he's telling us is, on his next company, he's got to have a little teeny help from our community. And our community is not well organized for this.
I'm actually already beginning to court my wife to be the CEO for my next startup.
All right, well, he's got a problem. We have a problem. We can't help. Okay, but we can help something else. And part of what we're trying to do with this little teeny event that you're attending is figure out areas that we can implement that he's suggesting that we would have something that we call CEO in a box, CEO innovation in a box. And that looks to me like a different new network. For example, Greg runs sales and marketing in a box. Jim Passay, the attorney, runs intellectual properties in a box. What he's talking about is CEO in a box. Yes?
I've just been for 5 years going to a company called CEO Space in California. They're based out of Alabama. It is a bunch of CEOs getting together and thinking together to help each other. And I have seen companies so powerful. For example, 3 years ago, they were nowhere. They had their advertising on the back of a NASCAR this year. Thank you to other people's ideas. That's all it is you've got to go back to the basics of business. You've got to know that you're the leader. You've got to be innovative and open to ideas. And the problem with business today is that most people in different countries, and I've opened businesses in 6 different countries, and in every single one of those countries, those people are closed and blinkered to that specific country in the way they do business. And that is the way, and as soon as somebody else goes in, then they change it. I knew a guy in Germany, for example, whose business was to fix companies. That's what he did. He went in, he was a consultant for 9 months, he got rid of the trash, not like the CPA, he didn't take rid of the money. He got rid of people that were stagnant or not doing anything and replaced them with somebody else. And that's how he
Yeah.
made his money. He fixed businesses.
I know a guy like that in Silicon Valley that respect tremendously.
So in other words, we've got to think outside the box. And I think that's today the biggest thing, is to think outside the box and to create the business. Whether it's for this lady or for you, there are people out there that can create, especially gentlemen like this.
But let me ask you a question.